Yo, people, what's going on? Back again. Rants and Gunner. Unplugged. What you telling me, fam?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I feel like I should have bought my chef's hat.
Hey, bro. You should have brought it, bro. You should have brought it, man. What you telling me, fam?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilled all day, really. It's nice and sunny. I know it's sunny in London today. It's actually hotter there than it is here today, believe it or not.
Yeah. Bro, since I come back from Portugal, it's been hotter here than in Portugal. I can't even lie. It's been mad.
It's unbearable though in London when it's that hot, though, isn't it? It's like
Nah.
it's a
Nah,
different heat, man.
100%. Nah, I'm telling you, it's different, bro. It's been decent, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's
Mm.
about to get hotter in here as well, fam. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I mean, you guys know me already. Yeah. Out of everyone, probably on this platform, I'm probably one of the least, like the least social people. Like I always just try and keep it. You get me, man? Try and keep it humble. I just stay in my own lane. I leave people alone. Like people just want to talk my name, bruv, and it's just jarring. You know, like, I just mind my own business, Lee. Like even these industry events, I don't even really like going. Like the last one I went to, I think I went to some football awards with my brother and that, just to support my brother because he didn't want to go manny by himself. He knows I don't leave my house. I don't really like being around people. I just keep myself to myself. But it's
Exactly
like,
the same.
yeah,
Exactly the
but
same. I don't
it's
like
like
people, bro. They
it's
jar me. They're
crazy,
annoying.
bro. It's annoying, bro. And then it's like, man, I'm minding my own business. A man is saying, oh, like Rants, come and debate me and that, and debate me, and Rants hasn't responded. Like someone said, I haven't responded or something. Well, you wanted a response. Here's a response, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's not debating you, bruv. And I'll tell you why I'm not debating you. It's because there's nothing for me to gain from debating this guy, bruv. And it's jarring now. And the reason why it's jarring, yeah, is because you see Troops, Saeed, all these other guys, yeah. I've got relationships with these guys, yeah. So when they call me out, yeah, online, it's playful, innit? Like it is. They're my friends, innit? They're my friends. They got my phone number and that, and they could do it in the group chat, but they'll do it online because we've got a relationship. That's fine. When I win, I never call out any of these guys because I don't care. You know them ones. I just don't care, innit? Like when my team wins, I'm happy. When my team loses, I'm pissed. Do you know what I'm saying? When we beat Arsenal, I'm not like, oh, Troops, where's Troops, bruv? I don't care, bruv. You know, like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, yeah, it's like I don't need to duck someone that's not doing better than me. Like it doesn't make sense. You know the one, like none of it makes sense, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't owe man a debate. If anything, he owes me money, bruv. Because the show that man inherited when I left that I built, yeah, but he probably owes me 20%, bro. He owes me an agency. He owes me an agent's fee, blood. Because the Flex and Ranch show, I'm the one, yeah. I am the one that started that show. You know, like that. And I left, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And my man inherited a spot there, yeah. And then even now, the new channel that them man are on, my channel's outperforming theirs. Imagine I left, yeah, built something else, a man still outperforming them. So why do I need to debate anyone? Like, bro, I don't need to debate no one anyway because I can do what I want and I've always done what I want. That's why I left that channel because I wanted to do what I want. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I've got my own channel. Do you know what I mean? Last time I checked, them man don't even own that channel, bruv. That's Robbie's channel. You know, like
Fact,
that. So at the
facts.
end of the day, like I don't need to debate no one. Okay? Do you know what I mean? I've tried to keep it respectful, yeah, but it's getting on my nerves now. I don't need to debate no one. You know, like that. Because it's like there's two men on that channel. You know, like that. There's two men on that channel. So debate him. You know, like that. That's the whole point. You man are there together, bruv. You debate each other, bruv. Why do I need to debate you, blood? What, so I can pay you again?
Yeah,
Because every penny that you're making right now from that could have been mine. And I walked away from it. And I'm still making more. So why do I need to debate you? You know, like that don't make no sense, bro. Keep my name out your mouth, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's annoying. Do you know, it's just annoying, bro. Do you know what I mean? And this ain't even a beef thing. This is a leave me alone. Because I always just stick to my own corner. I don't call no one out. I just mind my own business. And I'm just here on my own channel, living my own life, innit? Like, don't make this into something that it's not, bruv. Like, I don't need to debate you. I don't know you. I've met you once in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? Once I've met you. You don't have my phone number. Stop talking about me. You know, like that. That's all it is. Like, you can chill with my brother and all that. That's fine, innit? Don't mention my name. And don't mention my brother's name to try and give yourself more credit as well, bro, because it's not that. You know, like that. So leave me alone, bruv. That's all I'm saying on that.
The thing is, bro, yeah, it won't even be a debate anyway, because that channel is a PR channel. Like,
bro,
so
the thing is, yeah, like, bro, because I'm just on a humble thing and I stay away and I don't really, you get me, you don't see me out here, like, in designer clothes and do all that, bro. I'm just a low-key guy, bro. I just mind my own business. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm doing extremely well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man owned a futsal club. It costs about 40 grand a year to run 2 clubs. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a salary. People are paying their kids with that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can afford to do that, still live my life. Do you know what I'm saying? Have 2 cars, all of that. Bro, I'm doing okay. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be out here trying to flex on people and say, like, I'm doing better than you. But sometimes you got to remind people they're just not on your level, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Because people just start moving mad. Like, what are you doing? Do you know what are you doing? Like, even away from football, intellectually, yeah, I'm smarter than all of these guys, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need to sit down and debate with you, because whether it be on football or life or anything, I'm smarter than these guys, bro. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's annoying because we're in the same space. People seem to think that we're not on the same level, bruv. Do you know what I mean? We're not on the same level. Leave me alone. I'm doing my thing. You do your thing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm happy where I am. Do you know what I mean? I don't need no one to sit down and debate me, bro. I don't need it. I don't need no one to validate.
The mad thing is, I had this conversation with someone the other day. The mad thing is, yeah, like a lot of these people, right, they get a leg up, like, into that. They get the VIP passes, they get all of this and that, and it all looks great on paper. Oh my God, they've got interview. How did they get to this red carpet event? And yeah, but the thing with that is it's got a short time span. Yeah, like you said a minute ago. Yeah, you went off to Twitch, you've come back here, and you've gone nearly 20k subs in 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is you've been back on it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, right. Same with my channel. Yeah, my channel would always grow slower than these other channels. Yeah, because I ain't on this PR one. I ain't on this. I just say what I want to say. Yeah, and if people want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, you don't. With these other channels, they sit there. Yeah, it's all fake. It's all fake, man. Then they try to call you out and
bro, it's jarring, bro. Man is saying, oh, like, man hasn't said nothing negative about you. Man can't say nothing negative about me. I ain't said nothing negative. I've only stated facts here. You know them ones there. It was the Flex and Rant show. I left. He came in. Then them man left. They got a channel together. My channel does better than that channel, blood. I'm not, bruv, I'm not lying, bro. Like, man can look at the analytics. They're out there for everyone to see. Do you know what I mean? I don't care if it's a joke or not, bro. I'm not here to key and laugh with man I don't know, fam. You know, like that. Like, this is how it is. Me, I'm a cool guy. Like, I bust joke with loads of people, but if I don't know you, I don't know you, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. Like, I'm just not a fake guy, bruv. I can't do this. This is the reason why man don't have these media passes and I don't go in certain spaces, because I'm not going to hold my tongue, yeah, for no one. I'm going to say what I think, bro.
When was the last time you had a sponsor on this channel?
Bruv, it's annoying. I don't have them, bro. And you know what's crazy as well? You know what's crazy as well? Man saying he's playing. He's a grown man. He's older than me. I'm not playing with no... I ain't playing with man. I ain't Schofield.
And that's my point, yeah? And that's my point, right? It's very easy for people to say I'm playing, yeah? But it's not playing, is it? Yeah, let's be real.
It's not playing because you're using my name to generate traction that you don't get on your own, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not playing, bro. Like, you're clout chasing. That's what you're doing, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? A man can say it's only a joke. I don't know you to joke with you, blood. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know you. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where, bro, it's not a joke to me, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a joke to me. It's not funny, bro. You know, like that. When people keep coming to, oh, debate him. I'm not debating him, bro. There's no benefit to me, bruv. You
Bro,
know, like that. So,
let him just sit.
man can say it's respectful and that, but it's not respectful. It's
Bro,
disrespectful.
let him just sit and debate Robbie's nephew Flex, man. Just let him do that instead.
Bro, I'm not saying it's a beef thing. It's not a beef thing, bro. I'm saying, yeah, it is calculated clout chasing, because when these men mention my name, they get more hits than when they don't, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a beef thing. It could never be a beef thing. But why am I going to sit down and talk with someone I don't want to talk to? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care if man respects me. If you respect me, then leave me alone. You know, like that. Because the people that I respect, yeah, in this YouTube thing, man will just hail them up and say, yo, my man's thing. I rate my man's thing. And furthermore, the people I respect, I invite them on my channel. There's no one on this channel that comes on my channel that I don't respect. Hugh Wizzy and that, I've always said, I respect him. I rate his thing. Even though we don't talk all the time, you know that I respect his thing and I hail it up. If you respect someone, then hail them up. Don't be coming out here and trying to mention my name, yeah, to get traction. That's not respect, bro. That's clout chasing. Leave me alone, bruv. All I'm trying to do, yeah, is just stay in my part, and I'm doing my thing and I'm doing well. Leave me alone, blood. You know, like that. And man's not going to say it again because it's jarring, blood. It's just jarring, bro. It's not a beef thing. It's a leave me alone thing, bro. That's what it is. You know, that's all it is. Do you know what I'm saying? No more than that.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, it is what it is, isn't it? These people, bro, they come on the scene and then they get a little bit of clout, and then all of a sudden they get above their station sometimes. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And they start calling people out that are doing better than them. And it's just like, bro, it is jarring. It is very jarring.
What have I got to gain? What have I got to gain, bro?
Nothing.
What have
At
I
the end
got
of
to
the day,
gain?
like I said, if you have a debate with that particular person, yeah, firstly, they can't speak what they want to speak because they get VIP passes via.
Bro, man are standing on the pitch, yeah, interviewing players, and you really think
Wan-Bissaka.
man's about to have a proper have a debate with someone, yeah, that can get their passes revoked if they say the wrong thing. Allow it.
Yeah, exactly. And
You know
then
what I mean?
and then the other thing, right? So they're not going to be able to say what they want to say, yeah, because it's all for, oh my god, I need to keep the VIP pass, or I need to keep the champagne dinner or the red carpet and all of that. So there's the first reason why you wouldn't bother. The second reason, yeah, it don't bring nothing to your channel.
Bro, it's crazy.
What's it bring
bro,
to your channel? You get views anyway. You ain't getting any more views if you debate that person.
Bro. Lee is actually mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Man don't have to sit here mentioning other people, blood. You know them ones there?
Crazy,
like, bro, it don't make no sense.
There's a lot of jealous
bro?
people.
Like, no, bro, I've just had enough, bro.
There's a lot of jealous people in this world, mate. There's a lot of jealous people in this world. And there's a lot of people that go through life that think that a difference of opinion, yeah, like nobody's allowed a different opinion on things. Like, bro, we should all have the same opinion.
Man is saying, bruv, it's not a misunderstanding, bro. I understand exactly what's going on. Man mention my name and people start talking. That's what's going on. You know, like that. I don't care. That's it.
Yeah, it's mad.
The bottom line is, yeah, that channel's not doing better than mine. After everything man's been through. You know, like that. After man left that channel, yeah, on some bull, yeah, came back to my own, doing my thing. You get me? My man stepped in for me. And he is where he is right now, yeah, because I left.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Facts.
And man's still doing, and I'm still doing better. Do you know what I mean? Forget subs, bro. It's all about views. It's all about retention. It's about money, bro. And I'm outperforming that channel in every way. So it doesn't matter. So why do I need to sit down with man?
Bro, even with the press passes and the interviews and all of that on the picture, bro, if you interviewed, say, Wan-Bissaka, for example, which I know that channel's done, it'd do more than 56,000 views, wouldn't it? Let's just be real with it.
100%, but brother, I'm not even here, bro. Like, bro, I'm not even here, yeah, to make fun of what them man are doing, because they can do their own thing. Do you know what I mean? But my thing is, yeah, I don't bother no one. I do not bother no one, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? When it comes to banter and all of these things, yeah, like, bro, I could fry people if I want to fry people, but all I do is I do my own thing, and I'm just here, minding my own business. Stop talking about me. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop talking about me. Talk about the club and the players, because that's what your channel's for. Don't talk about me, blood. Do you know what I mean? This is it. You can't talk about me and tell me it's not personal, blood. Like, don't talk about me. I don't care. Whether it's respectfully or not respectfully, if you respect man, then you say, yo, I respect Rance's thing.
Yeah,
Leave it as
out
that.
of all the people on social
Don't.
media, yeah, that have that same view on that particular player that you're talking about, yeah, which is what the debate he wants is, yeah, why you?
Why
Because
me,
you've got the
bro?
most
Because I'm the
successful
only
channel
one.
in that space.
Thank you.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Like,
Thank you.
come on, let's just
Because
be
I'm
real
the
with it.
only bruv. Because I'm the only one, yeah, that is relevant in that space and gets the most views. Whether man like me or not, yeah, win, lose or draw, yeah, it's my name going around on Twitter. It's my name. It's man in my comments, bro. You know, like that. It's me, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why man want to use my name, yeah, all the time. Don't use my name. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, allow it. I'm tired of it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it. Go talk to Ricky or something like that. Because he don't like Bruno either. Go talk to Ricky. What are you talking to me for? Nah, it's tiring, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of them ones where, bro, I just mind my own business. That's all I do.
Yeah,
That's
facts,
all I
man.
do is
Listen,
mind my own business, bro. And I just want to be left alone, bro. That's all it
yeah.
is. Man saying it would be good content. It wouldn't be good content because I'll be
Good
bored
content for
straight
what?
away.
How
Good
would it be
content
good
for
content?
who? Because a lot of you man just like passer, bro. I'm not on all of that.
How would it be good content when one person can't debate because of the passes and the perks they get? Yeah, and the other person can say what he wants. How's that good content?
But there
It's
you
never
go.
going to
It's
be a
not.
debate, is it?
That's it. It's nonsense. No debate is needed.
No, I'll give you an example of a debate. Yeah, you was on with Saeed and Flawless yesterday. I was listening to it while cleaning the apartment. Yeah, and Saeed started saying about Anthony, what's the difference with this? And you're so adamant about Anthony and not so adamant about Greenwood. That is a debate because for the next 10 minutes you were debating. Yeah, he was saying what he wanted. You were saying what you wanted. That is a debate. Did you fall out? No. Did you have a laugh and a joke at the end of it? Yes. That is a debate. You both got your views across 100% exactly what you wanted to say, respectfully with each other. Yeah, not hiding your opinions, saying exactly what you want. That's a debate. And it's done respectfully with somebody that you respect.
But bro, the thing is with Saeed, me and Saeed, yeah, know each other. We've gone games together.
Yeah.
Bro, we've gone nights out together. Like Saeed's my guy. We actually have a relationship. So when he calls me out, it's banter. If I don't know you and you're talking my name, yeah, it's not. Man can say it's respectful. It's not respectful, bro. You know, it's not respectful. And when you're doing it multiple times, it's not respectful. You don't know me. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like to me, it doesn't make no sense, bro. Like I'm not into that, bro. This Mickey Mouse thing. I'm not on that.
Nah, it's
You know,
long,
like
man.
that.
It's long. It's jarring
That's
as fuck as
crazy.
well. Yeah, bro,
That's
I get it
actually
as well,
crazy.
man. I get it all the time. I get these smaller channels and like chatting waffle every day.
No,
And
but
like
bro,
you
it's
said,
not even about the size of the channel, Lee. Like, do you know what I mean? It's everything because, bro, like I collaborate with people that didn't even, bro. When Matisse came on, he didn't even have a YouTube channel. Look at him now.
yeah,
You know, like
facts.
that.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not about the size of the channel. It's not about all those things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about that because Matisse, like, I just rated his thing, and I was like, bro, like, I rate
Hey,
you in it.
between me and you, we should have a stake in his channel. I got him off of Twitter, and you got him on your channel. Hey, Matisse, if you're watching this, yeah, we need our agent fee, mate.
No, listen. Matisse deserves everything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
he's a good lad, man.
he
He's a
deserves
good boy.
absolutely everything he got. But the bottom line is, it's not about the size of the channels and all this, bro. Because people know that I'll work with anyone. Like, I don't care if, as long as I respect your opinion, even if it's different to mine. If I rate that you know ball, do you know what I'm
man.
saying? But it's like there's not many man in this space that I think that know ball well enough for me to associate myself with them repeatedly. You know, like that. So it's like I'm not gonna sit down and debate football with someone that I know way more about football than, like, way more. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense because I've been involved in the game. Like, man's had ownership of clubs, man's coached. I got my badges. I got bare things, bro. Like, my experience of the game from being in it, and also my experience from either playing it or being in an executive role, and also just man's just smarter, bruv. Like, man is just like, it's not even a debate, bruv. That's crazy. Like, it's not worth my time, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that man keeps mentioning me is weird because I don't know him. We don't have a friendship. Do you know what I mean? He knows my brother. He doesn't know me. So it's just annoying, bruv. And I know these kids in the comments, they think that this clout chasing thing's cool because we now live in a society where like attention is currency. But I'm an introvert, bro. I just mind my own business. I like to be left alone. Do you know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
like to be left alone. So
Yeah,
because I
same,
like to be
bro.
left
Same.
alone and people are trying to draw me out, yeah, automatically I take offense to it because I'm someone, yeah, that likes to be left alone, bruv. You man look at my Twitter, I hardly tweet. You man look at my Instagram, yeah, I hardly post on Instagram, bro. Like I can go 2 months without posting on Instagram. I'm just someone who comes in and I make content that I love to make, interact with my community that I've built. I don't even like other people's communities. Do you know what I mean? I go on other channels. I turn the comments off because they're not my people. You
Mm.
know, like that. Like I just like my community that I've built. Do you know what I mean? So someone that's an introvert, yeah, and someone that likes to be left alone, and then you're constantly drawing me out. It's not respectful no more. It's not
Yeah,
respectful no more.
thanks.
It's jarring. So I'm saying, leave me alone.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm the same. My phone's on do not disturb and silent all day, bro. My sister texted me 3 days ago. I ain't even opened it. It's my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am. I don't want to talk to anyone. Yeah, I talk all day on here. Like when I'm on shows, I'm talking for hours and hours. And then when I finish on that, I'm like, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to do what I want to do. If I want to watch something on TV, I'll watch it. If I don't and I want to watch something on YouTube, I'll watch it. If I want to go to the pool or the beach, I'll do it. Yeah. And then every now and again, I'll go, sod it, I'll have a night out. Yeah, but it's only when I want a night out. Yeah. Some people, they go out every single night just to be around people, just to make
Yeah.
themselves feel better. They finish work, yeah, whatever job it may be, and they're straight in the pub to see their pals. Yeah, like that ain't me, man. Like, that ain't me. I'd rather sit at home on my ones, bro. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy being around myself.
Yeah, but
Because
bro,
I go out, people are just
but
covered.
that's why you're in Spain, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I could move to the middle of nowhere, and my life will be great, bro. Because I don't need people. Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
That's
I
just
could go
how I
for the
am.
next 3 months without seeing a single person. Yeah, apart from the guy who delivers my food from Mercadona every week. Yeah, and I quite happily sit here happy as a pig in shit. I
Yeah,
don't
hundred
need
percent.
anybody. Yeah, because I'm happy with who I am and where I am. Yeah, and what I'm
Hundred
doing.
percent, bro. Man go gym, man go supermarket, and I come home. That's my life, innit? So I don't
Mm.
appreciate people using their platform to try to draw me out for no reason and then try and say that it's respectful, blood. If you respect me or leave me alone, blood. You know, like that, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
And
facts.
anyway, you know, like that. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash the like button as well. We only got like 400 likes in there. We got like 1,800 people, so get that up. Do you know what I'm saying? Man saying now they're misunderstood by people. Yeah, bro, listen, introverts are misunderstood, but guess what? I don't need to justify myself to anyone, and I'm not going to. You
Yeah,
know
but the
them
thing is
ones,
that
and
we're
and this is
probably
what it
we're
is.
probably ambiverts, yeah, introverted extroverts, bro. When we go out, we're the life and soul, and we're cool, yeah. But that's only when we want to.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
bro, it's always on our terms, bro. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? If you see me out, I'm always the quietest person in the room.
Mm.
You know, like that. I'm always the quietest person, bro. Like, man, I just want to be left alone. Man was at a wedding the other day. Cameras are out, music's on, everyone's playing up to the camera, and I just got my sunglasses on, and I'm just in the back.
Just
You know,
chilling.
like that. I'm just chilling. Like, this is me, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is me. So it's one of them ones where man need to just allow it, bro. Leave me alone, innit? Let me do me, you do you, and we'll see, innit? You know, like that. But it's like you're doing you, I'm doing me. You're not doing better than me. So just work on your thing. You know, like that. Just work on your thing and leave me alone. That's all I'm
yeah, man.
saying. I just want to be left alone, bruv. I don't want no one chatting nothing, bro. Especially people that claim to respect me, blood. Like if you respect me or leave me alone, keep your mouth shut. You know, like that. This is what it is. You know, like that. So anyway,
Right,
Bundy.
this chat's hilarious. Yeah, people saying, "Yo, Lee's sister's not trusting the process."
Oh, bruv, what happened with your sister, bruv?
She texted me 3 days ago, bro. I ain't even opened it. That's my sister. That's my best friend in the whole planet, bro. Yeah, my sister's my bestie. Like literally, best woman on the planet, other than my mother, of course. But in terms of like friendship, that's my bestie. But bro, just drop me out. I'll reply when I reply. Yeah. To be fair, I'm shocked she texts me. She normally DMs me on Insta. And I'm like, why are you DMing me? You got my phone number. Yeah. And now she's texting. I'll probably text her back over the weekend. But if it was anything serious, she would have rung me, innit?
Nah, 100%. Nah, it's a mad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But nah, oi, you know what I saw? Yeah, that did you see that? Righty come out and he was talking about the Sancho thing, because everyone's talking about the Sancho thing, yeah.
I've not seen it. Nah.
It's
What's
an
he say?
absolute witch hunt on Jaden Sancho, yeah, and it's becoming even more apparent to me, yeah, because it's like the Sancho thing is. I told man before Sancho came, he's gonna be the new Paul Pogba. The media
Yep.
are doing the same thing to him now. They're doing the same thing that Sterling did before it was football, yeah, and then now all of a sudden it's about his personality and his attitude, and they've done a similar thing with Martial, and this
Yeah,
is
what's
why,
that got?
yeah,
Yeah, but what's his attitude got to do with his football?
bro, this manager is a dickhead, bro. You know them ones there, because listen, Anthony is dodging charges where man could go jail, yeah, but somehow this manager has managed to deflect all these things, yeah, on
Onto
Jaden
Jaden Sancho.
Sancho.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he threw man under the bus, innit? All of this stemmed from how the manager answered that question. So now everything that Jaden goes through, yeah, now is on the manager, because the manager made this a thing by scapegoating him publicly after he lost the game that Sancho wasn't involved in. You know, like that. And this is what Wrighty said.
Coming out and trying to protect himself. And the reason why it resonated with me and it pricked me in some way in respects of how Will Crawford at Will Crawford 121. Big up, Will. How does Wrighty feel about the Jaden Sancho situation, guys? There is a lack of goals, assists, etc. I'm not saying anything on that, but you have to critique that absolutely, because that's what it's about. But I'm sure Jaden himself will probably say, listen, I want to do more, you know, for whatever reason, with injury, with his form and stuff like that. But where it changed for me, guys, is and I know that people say, we go protecting another black player. Absolutely, I'm protecting another black player, and this is why I would defend him, because when you see some of the stuff that's being written about him at the moment, it just takes me back to when I was younger and there was no one to stop the discourse in what they're saying. What they say, that's what I wrote some of it down. It says, saying things about him like he's rude, he's withdrawn, he doesn't smile, alienated part of the squad. You know, you're thinking to yourself, what has that got to do with him playing and him coming out and trying to protect himself? And the reason why it resonated with me and it pricked me in some way in respects of how I feel, because even the other day, I told you guys about the hacking and having to read back some of the things that people said and the way that made that people then form their opinion on what they think you're like. And here we go. Yeah, typical black player attitude. You know, that for me is where I'm saying, like you're saying there, Moose, he has not had people wrapping their arms around him and protecting him. Do they know what kind of like mental state he's in right now? Do they know anything about what's going on with him? For it to come out in the public like it as for him to have to feel like he has to come out and try and put that right, what the manager said and what's going on and what he's trying to do. It just made me feel like, bro, this is no different to what happened to me years ago in how they're trying to shape what you are and how they want the people to come on top of you. And back in the day, they did come on. But now what I'm going to make sure that happens with Jaden is that I am here. And I don't care if people say, here he goes again, defending another black player. I have to do it because who else is going to do it? And the reason why I'm coming from a place of, from a personal place, because I know what he's going through right now. And it's tough. Will Crawford, at Will Crawford 121. Big up, Will. How does Wrighty feel about the Jaden Sancho situation?
Yeah, no, he's spitting facts, mate. Yeah, listen,
Bruv,
he's spitting absolute facts. Yeah, because the thing is, yeah, it's almost like they press a button and then all of a sudden, all of these articles get dropped one after another, and all of the big accounts that are on social media start posting them. Yeah, and it's like, it's almost like they all got the memo at the same time. Yeah, because I'm convinced, and we've seen it with PSG, bro. PSG have actually been caught paying accounts to put out positivity about PSG. So I'm quite sure that when they want to slander a player, they will pay these accounts to do exactly the same. And all of your biggest accounts online, yeah, with 100,000, 1.5 million, one of the United accounts has got, bro, they're all posted. Oh, Jaden Sancho at an Adidas event, yeah, told the reporter, don't ask me questions, ask Luke Shaw, Bruno, and Harry Maguire. Why is that a fucking story? What's that got to do with anything?
No, but bro, you know what's killed me, yeah? Like, these men always do it to black players, yeah? And then people want to say, oh, yeah, but playing the race card. Listen, yeah? Where was all this news leaked about the players, yeah, getting fed up with David De Gea when he was costing us trophies? Where was all that?
Where was all these leaks, yeah, about Harry Maguire stinking it out since he's got your football club?
Bro, stinking it out, being the captain. No one wanted him the captain, costing us matches.
Doing a madness in Greece.
Bro,
yeah,
bruv,
look at the
exactly. Bro, how come all these things didn't get leaked, yeah, when it's the white players? Do you know what I mean? How come nothing got leaked? And now
That's
all of a
true.
sudden, yeah, like there's this leak, bro. Allow it. Do you know what I'm
Who's
saying?
leaking
Like,
this?
come on, bro. And
Who's
that's why,
leaking this?
brother, this is what I'm saying. There's no leaking. These men are making these things up. You know, like that. These men are making these things up, bro. Do you know what I mean? And this is why man have to come out and say these things, bro. You know, like that. That's why I have to come out and say these things, because it's not the popular opinion, bro. And these are the kind of things that will make the club stop sending you shirts. Like when they stopped sending me shirts. Because I was having a conversation with Don Robbie and I told them straight. I was like, Vieira never got an Arsenal interview, yeah, but Arteta got the job and he never managed before. Why do you think that is? Do you know what I mean? And then Ollie gets the Man United job. Like with his CV. Ain't no black man getting the Man United job with that CV. And then some pagan, yeah, man want to twist it around saying, Rants said Man United are racist, bro. That's not what I said. Do you know what I'm saying? I just
They always
stated
twist it.
facts. But they
They always
always twist it. You know what I mean? But when I talk the real, yeah, this is why my thing will always grow slower. But guess what? I've got the most tribal and loyal fan base there is, bro. And this is why my channel outperforms channels with 500,000 subs, bro.
Yeah, same.
Do you know
Bro,
what I mean? When I was on Twitch, yeah, Twitch said to me, yeah, that I've got the highest percentage of concurrent viewers that them man have ever seen. My guys come back for me every single day
mad.
and watch for longer than everyone else. That's why they offered me a 2nd-year contract and I could have stayed longer, bro. You know, like that. So it's not
that's the
about
thing.
how
That's
many.
because you're
It's not about how
authentic.
many, bruv. It's not about how many subs you've got. Because at the end of the day, yeah, some people go viral, get loads of subs, yeah, but then you'll have
Bro.
500,000 viewers and then have videos on 5K.
Bro, subs for show, views for dough, mate. And audience retention
Bro.
for even more dough.
But this
Like,
is
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah.
But that's
Bro,
it.
but when you do the show with me, the audience retention on this will be touching 20, 25, 30 minutes, whatever it'll be. That's like a
Facts.
whole episode of EastEnders, bro, 30 minutes.
But this is what I'm trying to say, Lee. So when I come out and I speak up, I spoke up about the Pogba situation. People didn't like it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because even when people were doing the Pogba Bruno thing, yeah, bro, like when you look at the overall level of performance that Bruno's put in for this football club, yeah, people want to throw GA. When you look at his average performance in a game, it's way lower than anything that Pogba showed us. Even when Pogba wasn't playing well, he was playing better than Bruno.
Has put in, they slandered Sterling for buying his mama house.
Bruv, they slandered him for shopping in Poundland as well, even though he's a multi-millionaire. He went in there to get batteries for his kid's toy, and they said, millionaire shops in Poundland. Like, that's
this is what I'm
disgraceful.
saying, bro. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, though, if your face fits, you're cool, innit? Yeah, but if your face don't fit, yeah,
Not just that, they also, in the same breath, they praise Phil Foden for buying his mama house. But then they
don't even
criticize Sterling.
They Saka for buying his mama house, the house that he lives in with his mum.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If your face fits, yeah, listen, I remember when that story came out about Sterling. I don't rate Sterling as a footballer. It's got nothing to do with his skin color. I just don't.
He started the season well, though.
He's been brilliant this season. Yeah, but he ultimately over his career, I just don't think he's that good. Yeah, but slandering him for buying his mum a gaff, like, come on, man. Like, seriously. Yeah, and the thing is, your football club, right? I know he was at City at the time. Yeah, your football club has got Neil Ashton as its PR guy. Neil Ashton is one of the most connected people in the media for written journalism, yeah? Right? Nailed on. If there is leaks, he's the leaker. He's the one leaking. Yeah? Because that guy has sent one of his little mates, his little chums, media lovies and all of that. Oh, yeah, put that out. Yeah, and the narrative goes around. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you've got ESPN, somebody on ESPN saying about Jaden Sancho this, and he alienated like some of the squad. Shut up, man. Alienated some of the squad. What? Because he's put a post out. Yeah. Come on, get in the bin, man. Like, honestly, some of the crap. And the thing is, because we're not there every day and you don't see it every day and you're not in training every day, and there's a code of conduct in terms of like players ain't going to come rushing out and saying, oh, no, it's all lies, because then their job's on the line and then it happens to them. Everyone toes the line. So now Jaden's sitting there thinking, well, who's helping me here? Who's backing me here?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. The fact that Jaden Sancho, someone who's a naturally quiet person, and I can sympathize with him because I'm the same. I just mind my own damn business. You know, like that. I just mind my own business, bro. Man, don't want to be in the spotlight. I'm not posting on Insta every day. I'm not tweeting every day. Do you know what I mean? The only thing I post on my Insta story is links to my YouTube channel where I make my money, bro. Do you know what I mean? More times I'm just off the radar. So I understand, bro. And he's naturally just a quiet person. Do you know what I mean? That don't mean, that don't mean that man's like hostile, anything like that, but just leave me alone, bro. Like, and this is why I got pissed off earlier. It's like I mind my own business. And then when I react to people provoking me, people want to go on, yeah, like I like problems. I don't like problems, but I don't have a problem with dealing with them. You know, like that. But I just leave me alone. And that's what Jaden Sancho's on. He's on this leave me alone thing, bro. I just want to play football and then go home, bruv. You know, leave me alone. That's all it is. And then these men are trying to make it out. The players have had enough. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? What are you even talking about?
But they've had enough, but they haven't had enough for Harry Maguire costing you game after game after game after game.
There's no way the players have had enough of Jaden Sancho, bruv.
No chance.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of our most talented players, factually. You know them as, and in training, he's cooking people because the videos have been getting dropped from England and Man United when he's cooking man at training. So don't tell me they've had enough of him. They've had enough of Harry Maguire. Do you know what I'm saying? They've had enough of players like David De Gea that was costing us games. That's who they've had enough of, bro. But these things don't come out. Like even Paul Pogba, yeah? Paul Pogba was one of the most popular players in the Man United dressing room, even when the media was slating him and that. Bruno said that when he came in, Paul Pogba took him to look for houses, bruv. You know, like that. But they're not going to put that out there.
Yeah, they ain't going to show that, are they? Mm.
Well then, so don't get it twisted because the media are putting this nonsense out there. Don't believe that this is how the players don't feel like that. You know, like that. And in pre-season when he was happy, yeah, and he was posting all these players with all these photos on his Instagram story with the players, do you know what I'm saying? And they were like retweeting his stuff and reposting his Instagram posts. He was happy then. And something's changed between then and now. Because clearly he was promised he was going to be playing some football this season, and then the start of the game, and then he's on the bench for the first 2 games. And that's clearly where the turning point was. Because clearly the manager's lied to man and told him he was going to play, and then started the season, didn't play him. It's that simple. If you even if you got a little bit of sense, yeah, in pre-season, this guy was posting on Insta every single day. Every single day, you know.
Bro, he was playing in pre-season.
He was playing in pre-season. He was playing well. He was posting on Insta. Do you know what I mean? My brother this, my brother that, this, that, and the other. Super happy, smiling, all of that. Then all of a sudden, first 2 games, he's on the bench.
Yeah, so then he's gone knocking on the manager's door. Said,
yo, you told me I was going to play. Like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, you get left out the team because you question, man.
Yep.
That's what's happened.
Questioning this authority. You're undermining my authority. You're now not in the squad. Then he gets asked about, mate, I had this debate with Terry the other day. Yeah, Terry was saying, well, what if he is crap in training? I said, who cares?
Yeah, but he's not. But the thing is, he's not, yeah? And I find it an absolute piss take, yeah? Do you know what I mean? That the manager could come out and question a man's character publicly like that. It's disgraceful, bruv. Do you know what I mean? A man can say, brother, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with man, because Terry's the same man that was talking about hoodies and all this crap with Jaden Sancho here. So I don't want to hear man's opinion on Sancho. Do you know what I mean? Because man's on fraud watch after that comment. I can't even lie. So it's one of them ones where the same profiling and that, yeah, that man's been getting from the media, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That was a little too sus. So the man's not even trying to hear man's opinions on Sancho.
See, the thing is, no, fair enough. The thing is for me, yeah, right, is even if he's not that great in training compared to somebody else, he's still not crap in training. Let's just be real with it.
Bro, there's no way he can be worse than Evans and Maguire in training. There's no way. Bruv, there's no way, bro.
Oh, dear. Johnny Evans has been back at that club, what, a month? And apparently he's a better trainer now.
Bro, I'm not hearing that, bro. You know what they say, yeah? At the end of the day, yeah, who feels it knows, innit? You know them ones. These man here, yeah, that want to talk about Sancho, yeah, but never walked a day in man's shoes, bruv. There's only so much you can talk about because you don't know what it's like.
See, as well, I look at it, right, and I just think, what you said earlier about the whole Anthony thing. Yeah, the football club would have known this for months anyway, that this was coming out. We already know that, yeah? That's how it is. They sit on these stories knowing and thinking, shit, how are we going to get around this? Yeah, and then they find an avenue to try and get around it, yeah? The avenue to get around this one, yeah, is throw him under the bus. Yeah, because he's a £70 million player, Anthony's an £80 million player, whatever. Yeah, Anthony's coming out with all these allegations against him, but now the manager of Manchester United has not commented on the Anthony saga, but he's commented on your other top player that was Big Doe. Yeah, in the mainstream on a Super Sunday game.
Yeah, but to be
That's
fair,
how-
I'm sure the Anthony thing they wouldn't have asked him about. But bro, like it's neither here nor there, bro. This is another agenda, yeah, of the racist media, yeah, trying to draw out another black player. That's all it is. I don't care what people think the reasoning is. Quite frankly, yeah, I don't care, bruv. Because I know what it is, so I don't need to have a debate with anyone about it because I've seen it before. We saw it with Sterling. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we seen it with Pogba, like, we seen it with Martial. We seen it, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like
that comment right there is spot on as well. Eric Bailly said it. Yeah, favourites get played.
Eric Bailly said it, bro. Marcus Rojo also said that he fell out with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because they went into his office and said, yo, this Maguire brother's crap. Why does he keep playing ahead of me? Bro, but he done the interview after he left Man United. You know, like that. Like, he literally done the interview saying, yo, the players are like, yo, what is going on?
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mate, but they're all sitting there, bro. They're all sitting there going, what is this David De Gea doing? What is Harry Maguire doing? Why is he starting? Why is he playing? Yeah, why is he costing us games and still getting a game and I can't get a game?
But that's exactly it. And you can't tell me that players weren't saying that, yeah? You can't tell me that players weren't saying that to the manager about Maguire. They was, but how come it didn't get leaked?
Yeah, exactly. Bro, how many times do you hear these players, ex-players that have retired, yeah, say, yo, when I wasn't playing, I was banging on the manager's door. I was saying, I want a game, gaffer. Yeah, what, do you think Jaden Sancho is not doing that, saying Anthony's shit, I want a game?
Why is man talking about Anthony being black in the chat, brother? You man slow or something? Because we're talking about Jaden Sancho.
On that bombshell, I'm getting a fucking beer.
Nah, bruv, because we're talking about Jaden Sancho, bruv, and it just shows you, yeah, these idiots don't listen. And this is exactly why half of these things go the way they go. Because man hear what they want to hear. You know, like that. Idiots. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, I'm tired of this, bro. Nah, I mean, I'm tired of it. Because them men are trying to scapegoat him. And I seen Anthony's mum, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Anthony's mum is black, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Because I seen her. But it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about Anthony.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Anthony. I don't care. Man,
the thing is, we'll never know what's happened, yeah? In training, not in training, whatever, until he leaves the football club and reveals it if he ever does. Yeah, but the fact is, that's got nothing to do with how the media are portraying the geezer, right?
Bro,
and the thing is,
it's a disgrace.
Who gives a shit if he's reserved and he's quiet and he don't want to talk to anyone, he don't want to do interviews? Yeah, not every footballer is good on camera. Not every footballer is outgoing. Everyone's different. Yeah, bro, you've got brothers. Yeah, I've got brothers and sister. Yeah, we're all different. We're the same family.
Completely different.
But we've all got different personalities. Yeah, every single one of your family members has a different personality.
Bruv, completely different, bro. My brother's loud. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man,
always the loudest in every room. This, that, and the other, bro. Like designer clothes, all of that, like super outgoing. And I'm the exact opposite, bruv. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't spend money on clothes. It's one of them ones, like, I'm not loud, bruv. When I go out, I'm quiet. I just mind my own business. And that's when I go out. Most of the time, I don't go out, bruv. And we grew up in the same house, share the room, have the same mum and dad. And we're completely different, bro.
Yep, same. Same with me and my brother and sister, mate. That's totally different. Like, me and my sister are very similar in terms of, like, we're both quiet. We're both, like, chill. Like, off camera, I'm chill anyway. Like, on camera, I'm mad. Yeah, but...
Bro, you cannot tell me, yeah? Anyone that's played sport at any level, you don't have to be a pro. You don't have to be any of these things, yeah? Even if you play Sunday League, everyone in that dressing room on a Sunday morning, yeah, at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, everybody knows who the ballers are.
Yep.
Everyone knows. Do you know, at any level. And if the manager, yeah, if the manager is leaving out the good players and the good players on the bench, the players are saying, what? My man's on the bench. What? This brother, he's dead. Bro, these conversations happening at every single level.
Yep. In group chats,
every
on the drive home.
Level.
Yeah, like, even in the dressing room, like, after the game.
Especially when you're losing, bro. Especially when you're losing. When you're losing, yeah, it's the worst. Because when you're losing and you know that you've got good players on the bench that aren't playing, yeah, or you've got dead players that are playing, this is when man start to talk between themselves like, yo, you know what, this manager, like, and especially when it's your guy that ain't playing as well. Do you know what I mean? And that's why when Danny Rose went and sat down, yeah, with Jose and was like, you're mugging me off, bruv. You can't tell me I'm not playing well. These men are crap, bro. I'm better than these man. Do you know what I mean? And he done that in front of the camera. So imagine what goes on when we're not there.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? But man think, yeah, that man think that this is straightforward like this. That's crazy. There's no way that man is seeing Harry Maguire still at the club, refused to leave the club because no one would match his wages. Johnny Evans is coming. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got players like Luke Shaw that's been out of shape for probably 3/4 of his Man United career. Can't stay fit. Keeps getting new contracts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We could go through the team, bro. There's loads of players, yeah, that have overstayed their welcome at the club, yeah? And players that are better than them have left before them. Do you know what I'm saying? So what is man talking about? That don't even make no sense. So to say that the players have grown tired up, what are you talking about?
Yeah, look at that comment in there. Yeah, that comment further up. Yeah, it happened the other day in Italy when Loftus-Cheek got substituted. The players were back.
Leao and someone else looked at man saying, what? Him? Because they're on the pitch with him. He got subbed off.
Give me 2 seconds, bro. Yeah, my Mac's bugging out.
No problem.
Cool down real quick, yeah?
Yeah, cool. Who was the other player? Because, bro, I see the picture of Leao and someone else. Loftus-Cheek got subbed off. Them man looked at each other saying, him. Yo, like, what's man on? You know, like that. Because they knew Loftus-Cheek was having a good game. Him and Theo Hernandez, bro. So think about it. If the players are on the pitch and they're like, hold on a minute, like, what's man doing, yeah? Imagine what happens in training. Imagine what happens in training every single day when you're seeing Sancho taking a piss, nutmegging people and all these other things. And then on the weekend, yeah, Anthony's starting ahead of him. You know, like, bro, that don't make no sense, bro. And Anthony's putting in dead performances week in, week out, and he can't get dropped. So allow it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that exactly. Remember that Costa was shouting at the manager, telling him to bring Fabregas on. I remember that as well. Shouting at the manager, telling him to put Cesc on in the middle of the game because he's like, why is Cesc not playing? Like what? So, bro, like anyone that, bruv, even if you haven't played football, yeah, the players know who the ballers are.
Yep.
They know. There's no players out there screaming for Anthony to play.
Why do you think some games you see, yeah, players are walking around, they're not even trying? Yeah, because they know that they've either not got the baller on the pitch, the ballers are injured, whatever it may be, and they're like, we're fucked today. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do, we're getting pammed. Yeah, so they just don't bother. Yeah, it happens in every level, mate. Yeah, just because they're professional footballers, yeah, it doesn't mean that they're not sitting there thinking, why is, like you said, why is Cesc on the bench? Loftus-Cheek going off. Leao sitting there, standing there, giving it like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's all going to go south soon, mate, at AC Milan. Yeah, because if he carries on doing that, yeah, and he's been doing all right.
Yeah, if he carries on doing that, he'll lose the dressing room, bro. Because that's how managers lose the dressing room. Same with the Kai Havertz thing, yeah.
Your superstar player is looking at the manager saying, why are you taking Loftus-Cheek off?
Yeah.
That's your superstar baller at your club. As soon as you lose him, mate, that dressing room's dead.
Bro, and let me tell you this, yeah? And look at this as well. The Kai Havertz thing, bro. Bruv, if your manager don't drop him soon, there's going to be problems. I'm telling you. Because that's another one. It's the same with the Mount thing. Mount got lucky that he got injured. Like, that was lucky for Ten Hag. You know, like that. Very lucky for Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Very lucky for Ten Hag.
There's players at Arsenal.
Because he gave him a decision.
Bro, there's players at Arsenal that are probably sitting there like Smith Rowe, yeah, having conversations with Saka. Yeah, two graduates from the academy and that. They're probably having a conversation with each other going, how the fuck's he getting a game over me?
Yeah.
Like, Saka's going, oh, well, you know, don't worry, mate. Like, you know, trying to buzz him up and keep him, don't worry, your time will come, mate. Yeah, these conversations after 4 weeks of him being there, 100% are happening because there's nothing that he has done at all in a football shirt for Arsenal that warrants him playing for Arsenal. Yeah, ahead of Smith Rowe or Vieira or somebody like that right now. Yeah, and if you're a Smith Rowe and you were balling out 2 years ago, you got an injury, you're in and out the team since, you've not touched the pitch for God knows how long. Yeah, you must be sitting there thinking, wow, why am I here? I should have gone.
Because this is what I'm trying to say. And you got Trossard, yeah, who's your best attacker. Man can't get no game time. And you can't tell me, yeah, that he's not performing well in training. He's just not favoured by the manager. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's getting violated at Arsenal. And you can't tell me that players in the dressing room aren't looking at Havertz and Eddie playing ahead of Trossard. And, like, Trossard could play in the false nine. So...
Mate, you bagged a hat-trick at Anfield playing false nine.
But there you go. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, the fact that Eddie's playing ahead of him is crazy. You know, like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so this is what I'm saying. Players know who the ballers are. There's several examples in football of players, questioning stuff that the manager's done, whether it be in the game like Costa and like the Leao situation or the Danny Rose situation, outside of the game. Do you know what I mean? The players know. So don't ever get it twisted at all and think that just because the manager's doing something that the players are in support of it, because most of the time they're not. And this is how managers end up losing their jobs and players start downing tools, because it's all these little things that happen behind closed doors that people don't see. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, the players aren't playing for the manager no more.
How many times have we heard like Roy Keane, Gary Neville, other players saying like, yeah, we used to have bust ups in training all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bust ups in training. Yeah, Roy Keane was sat there the other week. He said that he had a bust up with, can't remember who it was, and then Gary Neville had one. I was with Schmeichel. He had the bust up with Schmeichel, didn't he? Yeah, I know that's slightly different to what we're talking about, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Gary Neville has a bust up with Ruud van Nistelrooy, right? Because, and you know, in them bust ups, Ruud van Nistelrooy is going, well, you're shit anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. So when Cedric Suarez and Lacazette were choking each other up in training last season, nailed on at some point, Lacazette said, you're shit, bro. Yeah, like, or vice versa, right? And the players know the good players and the bad players. And the players also know that if the bad players are playing, you're up against it. And I'm a good player, but you're playing 4 bad players today. I've got to work even harder to get a win here. Yeah. And it's jarring for the player. Like Trossard, what has he done to sit on the bench? Yeah, what's Smith Rowe got to do to get a game? Like, it's baffling, bro. And then you see players like Havertz, like Eddie Nketiah, yeah, stinking it out week in, week out. I know Eddie's bagged a couple of goals this season, but bro, how was he on the pitch for as long as he was against you lot is a mystery. Like, it's a mystery. Yeah, it's crazy. But I guarantee you the next couple of weeks, yeah, if he carries on playing Havertz, you watch, mate. Yeah, there'll be little stories that coming out about some of our players. 100%.
But this is it, and like this is it. Rashford called Maguire, literally called him a knobhead on live TV. So you can't tell me, that was when Maguire was captain. So you can't tell me that Rashford ain't been tired of Maguire. You know what I mean?
Well, it was it as well in England. It was Jordan Henderson when they were doing
the rondo, and Jordan Henderson was like, "What are you doing?" Rashford's 6'2", guys, and I see they're doing the rondo, and he messed up the rondo, and Henderson was like, "What?" Like, bruv, like, Henderson wanted to choke him. So you can't tell me that these players are not fed up of Harry Maguire, but it never gets leaked in the press.
Bro, look at when Harry Maguire lines up in the Old Trafford tunnel on the wrong side, and David De Gea's like, "What the hell are you doing, mate?" Yeah, and they had to change sides. Do you remember? It's like you've walked out as captain. How many times?
And you were standing on the wrong side of the tunnel,
and you got your whole team lined up on the wrong side. Like, come on, man. Yeah, like seriously, it was funny, but come on, like if it's funny for us as spectators and rival fans watching it, yeah. But if you're a Man United player like David De Gea and an experienced one that's won everything in the game, and you're seeing that dickhead as captain of your club, right, and he's lining you up in the tunnel when he's done it 100 times before on the right side, he now puts you on the wrong side. You're thinking this guy's tapped. Yeah, this guy is not good enough.
Bro, there's too many examples. Like, all you guys bringing up. Remember the time when Anthony was celebrating and then he turned around and he saw Maguire and, bro, he just screwed up his face.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Bro, bro, you can't tell me that man in that Man United dressing room aren't sick of the sight of Harry Maguire, but it doesn't make it in the news, bro, because his face don't fit. So let's pick on Jaden Sancho. Why not?
The only way it makes it in the...
Bro, Anana literally ran, 10 yards out his box to cuss Harry Maguire.
Yep. Bro, the only way it makes it into the media is by people clipping it up and putting it on socials. That's it. It's the only way. Yeah, and then Sport Bible or Lad Bible will get hold of it. But it's not going to Daily Mail or The Sun or the Mirror. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Yeah, there's too many Maguire ones, man. There's way too many Maguire ones.
Bro, there's so many instances of players losing their patience, with Maguire, and there's nothing coming out in the press saying that players are fed up with him. This, that.
Wait, didn't his agent phone TalkSport once and say, "Can you stop cussing him?"
I believe so, but he's got this media protection, so now it's a Sancho witch hunt. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sit here, and say that I've seen everything I want to see from Jaden Sancho.
No, man, he's been trashed. Let's be real.
And I've also said, that, bro, I would love to speak to him, because I think a lot of the reasons why, we're not getting the best out of him, yeah, isn't his fault. But there's some things that he could do better. Do you know what I'm saying? There's some things he could do better when he's on the pitch. I always said it, yeah. Like, it's too easy for the game to bypass him. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones where he's not the kind of player like a Wayne Rooney, where if United weren't doing well, yeah, and weren't getting the ball to Rooney, you'd go and look for it. You know, like,
or he'd just go and clatter someone.
Bro, but forget that, bro. If Man United aren't keeping the ball well and we're not doing well, you'll see Rooney at left back trying to get the ball off the left back. Like, he just wants to be involved in the game, innit? The thing is with Sancho, yeah, it's like, if the ball don't come to him or whatever, like, there could be 10, 15 minutes gone and you just don't know he's playing, innit? And he could do more to go and look for the ball, yeah. Like when we're not really playing.
Yeah, so they're just isolating himself, hiding on the left wing.
But that's what I'm saying. He isolates himself by being disciplined, yeah, and staying in that area. He allows the game to bypass him. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'd say to him, I say, bro, listen. At the end of the day, they're not gonna play football the way you want to play football, but you still have to make your presence felt.
Yeah, you have to adapt.
And
the best players always adapt to the game, and every game's different. Yeah, some games you'll get the ball to him 20 times in a game. He'll skin the defender 4, 5, 6 times, score a goal, lay one on a plate. But then the next game, you ain't getting the ball. So now go and find the ball. Thierry Henry used to do it all the time. The amount of times Henry used to come and pick the ball up in midfield. Yeah, or come back to get like right down near Ashley Cole and get the ball off Ashley Cole. Yeah, look at the goal against Liverpool, bro. Yeah, when he scored that hat-trick. Yeah, and threw the shirt up in the air. Yeah, and Michael Owen scored in that game, right? And he jinked around everybody. That ball, he picked that ball up in the centre circle. Yeah, and said, bollocks, I've had enough of this. We're winning this fucking game. Yeah, and he picked the ball up and just run around everyone and did a madness. Yeah, and sometimes you've got to do that. I'm not saying Sancho's on that level because he's never.
Yeah, but this is a perfect segue into something that your manager said, and someone said similar to Greenwood. It's true, and I criticize Mason for the same things I'm criticizing Jaden for, and I don't necessarily think these things are their faults either. But the difference is, yeah, I've got the kind of personality, yeah, that if people are moaning at me saying, all right, cool, you're not doing anything, I say, all right, cool, I'll do what I want then, innit? And I'll just go wherever the ball is. Don't tell me nothing, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is, because you're not going to tell me that I'm not getting involved, so I'm going to get involved. And if it means I leave my position, I leave my position. Do you know what I mean?
Right, Go on, sorry.
He said about the micromanager, bro. Arsene Wenger literally quoted, saying, that he thinks in the modern game, they're overcoaching players now. And that's why the individual talented players are getting stifled massively. Because they're overcoaching players now. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. They want to try and control absolutely. Now, they want to control everything, everything in every way, bro. Like, so if you're a player that likes to play with freedom and likes to play with expression, and likes to play like just for the fun of the game, bro, football's not fun no more.
No, that's the thing. And that's why there's so many players that fall out of love with the game real quick. Yeah, like I had this conversation earlier on the show before I came on here. Somebody said, "What do you think about Martial and Sancho?" I said, "Martial's falling off a cliff." I said, "But it looks like he's falling out of love with the game." Yeah, it looks like he's had enough. Yeah, when he first burst on the scene, come to United, he scored. Yeah, he was doing well. He was running around. He was getting involved. And gradually, it's like the life's just been sucked out of him. Yeah, and I'm not saying that he ain't at fault for that, because his performances have been poor at times. Yeah, a lot of the time, and his injuries as well. Yeah, but there's a lot of players that you think, wow, he's got a lot of talent. Yeah, and that talent just disappears slowly and slowly and slowly to the point where they're now passengers every game. Yeah. And because they're a favourite player of the fan base, they'll back them no matter what anyway. There's no comment. He's got to do more, mate. Yeah, Jaden Sancho is a talented footballer. We all know that. Yeah, but Wenger's spot on, mate. Yeah, Wenger's spot on. You don't hear me say Wenger's spot on very often, but he's spot on. Yeah, because when you look at Arteta, he's worked all week in training with his players, and then 90 minutes straight he's dictating the game. Yeah, De Zerbi's another one. Stands on the touchline, landing aeroplanes at Brighton Airport. Like, come on, what's going on here? Like, just sit down, yeah? Manager, like, look at Pep. Pep will get up every now and again, yeah, and he'll wave a few instructions. He'll go and sit back down. He'll sip on his water bottle, and that's it. Because he's
but the thing is with Pep, though, if you don't do what Pep says, you get subbed off. Henry spoke about it on Sky Sports, where he left his position and Pep subbed him off, even though he scored. Do you know what I mean? And
it's a madman.
and no, bro. And I'll be honest, like Pep Guardiola, I believe that he's the greatest. He's the greatest tactical coach of all time, But I wouldn't want to play for him, bruv. Like,
but you know what's crazy with that?
I wouldn't want to play for him.
That just goes to show
Yeah.
how ruthless Pep is, because that's Thierry Henry.
But that's
Yeah?
what I'm saying.
It's not
But
some
he's
Mickey
like,
Mouse
but
footballer.
he
This
is
is one of the greats.
obsessive, yeah. He's obsessive for every single detail of the game, yeah. To the point where, as an attacking player, yeah, I would hate to play for him, because I believe, yeah, that what makes an attacker great, yeah, is having freedom,
Yeah.
having the autonomy,
Express yourself.
the freedom to express yourself, to make decisions yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you were micromanaging a player like Dennis Bergkamp or Eric Cantona, they couldn't flourish. Like even Jack Grealish, yeah, is nowhere near the player that he was at Aston Villa. And the thing
No,
is, people don't realize how good Jack is, bro. Even though Jack's still performing well, yeah, he is literally a shadow of the player that he was at Aston Villa. And Carlo Ancelotti, this is why Carlo Ancelotti is a player that players will love to play for, because he sets you up structurally off the ball, and on the ball he lets you do whatever the hell you want. And that's what you want, bro. Like even when I'm coaching, I do the same thing. Like literally, it's like off the ball, guys, this is how we're gonna defend.
See, the thing
On the
is,
ball, do whatever you wanna do, bruv.
See, Pep can get away with it because you put your trophies on the table. Yeah, but when
Yeah.
you've got these other managers, the lesser managers that don't win anything or next to anything, that are trying to do exactly the same, it's like, bro, come on. Yeah, when you've built that success and you've got all of the trophies and medals and all of that in your closet, happy days, you can do what Pep's doing. But until then, everyone's trying to be like Pep, right? And that's all well and good, but you've got to win. And if you don't win, you're now alienating players. You're taking their talent away. Yeah. And then good players then very quickly look like bad players.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
look at Postecoglou, yeah. Prime example. The reason why the football that Tottenham are playing now is because on the ball he gives the players freedom to play. Do you know what I mean? He wants them to play at a certain tempo. He wants them to play fast. But he even said a player like Maddison in the modern game, yeah, like tactically, managers killing players like Madders. Now he's got the freedom to play on the
He's a
ball
baller,
however
man.
he wants.
I'm gutted he's
Bro,
at
he's one of England's most talented players, yeah. And the reason why he doesn't get the respect he deserves is because he's been shackled, yeah, playing for managers that don't
Brendan
allow him
Rodgers.
to express himself. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers is a fraud. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. What's dropped in recent generations is that, of course, park football has disappeared. The trend in some academies is to recreate again and again what's happened before. The game is a good coach. And that's what it is. It's just drilling things again and again and again and again. There's no expression. There's no off-the-cuff football. Everything is just rehearsed to the point where it's dead, bro.
Yeah,
And
mate, I've
that's
said
what
this
it
a
is.
million times on my chat and on it. Football's shit compared to what it used to be. Yeah, you
Oh,
got no artists
bro,
anymore.
the
You got no,
the
like,
players aren't good. Like, to me, football, yeah, is art, innit? Like, that's what it is. Like, ball mastery, yeah, is art. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, yeah, when people say, people are like, oh, Rants is a tech merchant and all these things. Bro, football is art, bro. Do you know what I mean? When you see someone like Dimitar Berbatov now that's been retired for so long and he's posting stuff on Instagram and he's pinging the ball at the wall and he's killing it barefoot.
instant. Yeah.
Instant. Barefooted, you know, nothing on his feet. He can control the ball, yeah. Like he has complete control over the football. Like that is art. That's what the game of football is. All these guys that are running around, yeah, that don't have a first touch. Do you know what I mean? That can't consistently pass the ball, can't consistently can't hit the target, hit the first defender when they're crossing the ball.
Yeah.
All of these things,
They're
yeah.
playing percentages, bro. Yeah. How many times the amount of times I sit and watch football and I say it on watch alongs, or I was watching the France game last night. Yeah. The amount of times I see people 1 yard away from the right back or the left back and they ain't got no skill to take it round the man. Yeah. They just ping it off of the man, play the percentage game, hope for a corner, and then get your big lads up from the back and hopefully they score a header. It's dead, bro. It's dead. Yeah, where's the Georgie King Clancy's in this world, bro? And players like that,
bro.
Yeah, the players that can jink past and sit people down for fun. There's hardly any, bro.
Yeah.
This is why, like players like Mahrez. Mahrez has got so much skill; it is unbelievable.
Yeah, but even Pep slightly killed him as well. You know, like that. Even though he was scoring goals at Man City, he wasn't the same entertaining Mahrez that he was at Leicester, because in the Leicester team, he almost played like a second striker, yeah, with like freedom to join Vardy in attack. Like there was no space. Sometimes he'll be in the middle, sometimes he'll be on the right, Sometimes he'd be on the left. He had the freedom to kind of just join in with Jamie Vardy, like when they were in counter attack. Sometimes they would ping it straight up to him.
Late runs into the box, like second ball, bang.
That's it. And that's all it is. So for me, yeah, it's like when I look at all these footballers now, like I was saying, I'm looking at the guys like the Riquelmes and stuff I was watching. Like even Man United had Varane, yeah, and it's like even Man United didn't use Varane properly. You know how good like Juan Sebastian Varane was, and Man United made him look so average because Sir Alex Ferguson didn't use him right. Do you know what I mean? He killed him. You can't play Varane in a team with Beckham, Scholes, and Keane. Like that doesn't work. Like he has to be the first phase build player. Like you need to get Varane on the ball. He's got to dictate. He's got to be the engine, bruv. He's got to be the brain of the operation. So when you're playing him with Beckham, when you're playing him with Scholes, yeah, other guys that are ball dominant, you take away a lot of his qualities. Do you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people just don't understand the mechanics of football, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't understand the mechanics of the game, and then they want to criticize players, yeah, and rate players when they don't even understand the basic mechanics of the game.
Yeah, facts, bro. I watched Scholes. He was on Rio Ferdinand's channel doing a little interview podcast type thing. Yeah, and bro, he said about Varane. He said, yeah, when Varane came in, and this is the mentality they had back then as well, yeah, right, compared to these footballers now, because they've got a lot.
He thought his career was over when Varane
he was
came in.
I either sink or swim. I'm either out of this football club real quick, or I have to be better than him and find a way, because I'm not physical like him. Yeah, I'm not as quick as him. Yeah, I'm not as strong as or anything. I ain't got nothing, but I need to find a way. Yeah, and he goes, I couldn't play in the same team as him. And guess what? You sold Varane and he flopped. Yeah, semi-flopped. He did all right, but he weren't great. And
in Europe, he was always amazing.
Yeah, but you say, but European
in the Champions League, he was always amazing. In the Premier League, do you know what I mean? In the Premier League, it's not even that it was too quick for him. He wasn't used properly.
Yeah, this is what he said as well. Yeah, he said I was going up against Vieira and players like that, and the guy was just huge. He's going, I'm never going to win a fight against Vieira. He goes, but I had to find a way. He goes, I was never in shape. I was never really fit. Yeah. He goes, but I had to have my brain on. Yeah. And bro, somebody said to me earlier, on my stream, one Man United player from the Fergie era that you could have at Arsenal, and I said Scholes. Yeah, he was fucking class, and he never gets the credit, mate. Never gets the credit. Everyone goes Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Van Nistelrooy, all the other good players, Giggsy, Roy Keane. Nobody ever really mentions Scholes, man. Yeah, and without that geezer in your team for as long as he was, you wouldn't have won half of what you won. Yeah, unbelievably fucking talented footballer. But where are the talented footballers like that now, bro? There ain't no Scholesies out here. Probably the last version of Scholes that I can just think of off the top of my head in the Premier League is Thiago Alcantara, and he's always fucking injured.
Yeah, but you know what's mad, yeah? Out of all the English players, in terms of ability to create goals, score goals and that, Maddison's probably the closest thing that we've got to him, and Maddison ain't really been unleashed now until at Tottenham, bro, and it's disgrace. And this comment here about Luis Diaz, 1 second, this flipping ice cream van, bro.
The local dealers rocked up, yeah?
The funny thing is, yeah, I've got the window open, but it's not making a difference because it's like a bin bag out there anyway. Do you know what I mean? But bro, Luis Diaz, Klopp is definitely a manager that don't coach attacking football, which is great because he allows the players to individually play. Like when you see Liverpool's goals, yeah, they're always they're not rehearsed, bro, at all. Like the ball gets to Salah on the right wing, he might pass it outside of his foot across the goal or something or whatever, but they just counter attack and then it's very much free flowing, innit? So he's not gonna coach Diaz's individual ability out of him because you can tell that he's not a micromanager like that, Klopp. Do you know what I mean? He's not really. Do you know what I mean? He's another one that off the ball he'll structure his team, but on the ball it looks like he kind of gives them the freedom to play, innit? It's just that at times he doesn't have the most technical players.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. His midfield last season and for the 3-4 before that, it was just static. No goals.
But now they got Szoboszlai. They probably got the most technical midfield that they've had since he's been here. Do you know what I mean?
Under his reign,
Yeah, 100%. Because him and
McAllister's decent, man. They got
technically sound players now. Do you know what I mean? They're a lot more tidy.
Yeah, and
You know
then
what I
they've
mean?
got Endo in there as well. Like they got some good players, Liverpool in midfield now. Yeah, and
Yeah. They
you're
didn't
seeing
always. Remember, it was Henderson, Milner, Cater couldn't stay fit, Oxlade.
Henderson,
This midfield.
Fabinho,
Yeah.
Who was the other fucker that was in there? Henderson, Wijnaldum, Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho. That was their three, innit? Yeah, and there's no goals in any of them three. Yeah, but they were just the workhorses. They were only solely in that team to get the ball to the front three.
Sure.
Yeah, as quick as they could get the ball
And
to that
then the
front.
front three just did whatever they needed to do when they got the ball in it. It's not
Yep.
rehearsed. And to be fair, Klopp's got a good record against Pep. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes.
So it's one of them
They
ones
always
where
beat them at Anfield. Always.
that's the one thing. When you've got individual quality, yeah, you can't rehearse that. You can't rehearse that. Also, you can't coach that, and you shouldn't overly try and coach that. You should let the players express themselves. Like, and even when I coach, I do it exactly the same way. Like, I literally won a futsal league, yeah, with a team full of footballers. I think I had one futsal player, I'd say, in my team. The rest of them were footballers, yeah. And we battered teams because we would play football on a futsal court. And the thing is, yeah, you can't plan for us because we are so unorthodox. Like we defended
Yeah.
correctly. Do you know what I mean? Like, but on the ball, we didn't make the same moves that futsal teams would do. So when they were setting up their low blocks and stuff like that, we were doing things that they weren't used to seeing. Do you know what I mean? Because on the ball, I didn't coach them. I was just like, you man, do whatever you want on the ball, but off the ball.
The only thing you need to coach is defense.
Exactly. As soon as we lose the ball, everyone needs to know what line we're retreating to. Everyone needs to know who's their man. Everyone needs to know what the pressing triggers are. Everyone needs to know when we go, when we don't go. That's all. But then on the ball, bruv, enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
do
man.
what you want. Like, you're here because you're good enough.
There's fine margins, though, isn't it, man? Wenger let everyone express themselves, but didn't know how to defend. Do you know what I mean? If Wenger could actually set up a defense properly,
But he didn't even need to. Just get a defensive coach.
yeah. But even if we do that, bro, if we had got an elite defensive coach, yeah, we probably would have won more. Yeah, we just never did. Yeah, because even when we were like in the banter era, 9 years without a trophy in that, we were playing sexy football, man. It was great to watch, but we didn't win anything. Yeah, because defensively we were shit. Off the ball we were poor. Yeah, and it's like it's fine margins. Like, you know, Klopp. Yeah, Klopp's had that front three. Yeah, and they were like literally on smoke every week. Like you couldn't stop any of them three. Firmino was just a link guy. Yeah, but he'd chip in with clutch goals. Always scored against us. Yeah, Salah and Mane. Yeah, bro, they were a problem. Yeah, but defensively off the ball, yeah, sound. Absolutely sound. And that's why they won stuff, the biggest honours. Now, I know Wenger over the time has won more than Klopp, but he's been here a lot longer. Yeah, but in that short space of time, you win the biggest honours because you can defensively be solid, but you've also got the flair as well. Yeah, and you can do what you want. Yeah, and it is hard. It is difficult. Yeah, which is why when I watch Pep, yeah, I'm like, they play good football. Yeah, but like you said earlier, if you ain't doing your job, you're getting hooked. Doesn't matter who you are. Yeah, you go out of position once, bang, you're off. Yeah, and like I think I would play for Pep if I was any good at football because I know I'm guaranteed to win. Yeah, but
that's not what football's about. That for me, but I wouldn't sacrifice my enjoyment of the game, yeah, just to win more trophies. I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? And that's probably why Matt Letizia never left Southampton. Not because he weren't good enough, but he probably said, listen, I can do whatever I want here.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying my football here. Do you know what I mean? This is my club. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to leave, bruv. Because even if I do go somewhere and I win trophies, I'm not going to get treated the same way that I get treated here. And I'm not going to enjoy the game the same way. So it's not worth it. And I completely understand that. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure it's the same for a lot of other players as well. I'm sure Totti could have gone somewhere else and won 1 million titles if he wanted to.
He could have played for any team in Italy, man.
He could have played for any team in the world, and he stayed where he was, bro, because he was happy. And there's loads of players. Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
that's it. So it is what it is, man. But honestly, guys, top show today. Let's get to 1,000 likes, man. We got over 2,000 in here.
Yeah, come on, man.
Only on 712 likes. Let's get up to 1,000 likes, people.
They're moving like Kai Havertz in midfield every week.
It's crazy.
What's going on here?
You know what I mean? So you lot smash up the like button. Make sure obviously you subscribe to League Gunner, and if you're new here, make sure you sub as well because we're not far away from 80,000. So I think we're on 79.
We're both getting that plaque, mate. I'm telling you that.
We're pretty much on what 79.3 pretty much now. Like so like 80,000's closing in, people.
You, Saeed, and myself, all three of us are getting that plaque real quick. Matisse ain't far behind either. Matisse on what, 65, something like that.
That's what I mean. And even James as well. I think James is up there as well.
Yeah, he's on about 70.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, we're moving, people. Do you know what I mean? So big up the community. You already know where it is. You know what I mean? You lot smash up the like button. Follow up League Gunner, and I will see you guys